go. Bring it up, baby. Let's go. Get up, get up.
What is good, YouTube? How is everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. We are just about an hour away from game time, you guys. Monday night, prime time football today. Big game. Must-win game, in my opinion. I think in many of your guys' opinions as well. We are here to break down. We got the inactives list here. We got the inactives list of their team. We've got a bunch of things that we know that we want to run down really quick before the game kicks off in about an hour. Shout out to everybody in here. If you're just pulling up, hit that like button. And listen, y'all, you already know how we kick these off. We got everybody in the building already. Let's shout out to 360 in the building, Julio, AJ, Matrix, Bobby, Andon, Raider Primo. Shout out to my guy, SVT. Shout out to the members of the channel. If you'd like to become a member, the link is now in the chat. And real quick, man, shout out to my guy.
Yo, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. Hey, we're 1-0 when I threw on the Oak Las Vegas for the game, bro. We're 1-0, so we're back to back. Last week it was the white tee. Now we got this one. We got to
get it. Let's get it. Hey, how's the headphones and the mic sound, bro? We good? I mean, the headphones, but the mic.
I think your quality is through your computer.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, check the output or whatever it is. Shout out to the numbers: Joshua, Julio, Richard, Johnny. Hey, y'all, an hour out from game time. Raider Rob in the building. JB, Squints, Antoine, AJ, Miguel. What's up with everybody, man? Shout out to every single one of y'all. We already almost got 100 of you guys in here.
Let's get it.
Let's go, man. Look, I'm about to pull up the inactives list and everything.
Yeah, there's a surprise on there.
Yeah, there is. But let me ask you this, because I know you had a live earlier. Really quick. What was your bold take that you had from your other show that you just put out?
My bold take was that Zeus has a field day today. That he finally lets his presence be known.
Hey man, well we know that we got to establish that run and keep Mahomes on the sideline today. So I wouldn't be surprised, man. I would not be surprised. But
what you got, bro? What you got for us?
Look, man. This man was not fucking on the injury list, so I don't know what the hell is going on. Jonathan Hankins. Bro. Jonathan High Stakes Hankins. and really quick, man.
Your commitment to excellence and your will to win will endure forever. You will not get that.
Shout out to my guy, Darth Raider, in the building.
Yes.
Became a member, the newest member of the channel. Shout out to you again. If y'all would like to become a member, the link is in the chat for you guys. But look, no surprise, right? We've seen Britton Brown on here every single week. So that one doesn't surprise us too much. But the one we are kind of already slacking around with the defensive tackles, right?
Yes.
So defensive tackle, Jonathan Hankins is not going to play tonight. Defensive tackle, Matthew Butler is not going to play tonight. But someone that's usually on there, Neil Farrell Jr., is not on here this week. So that's something to look at, right?
Yeah.
Neil Farrell Jr., he's been out every single week.
Yeah.
So this could be his this should be his debut. It makes sense because we are going to be without a nose tackle presence with Jonathan Hankins. So that is his game. Are you excited to finally possibly see our 5th round pick out of LSU this year, who is one of the top highest graded defensive lineman run stoppers in college football last year?
I am, but just not at the expense of Jonathan Hankins. And not to say that Hank's not dealing with something, but man, bro, this is a must-win game. You don't want to go 1-4 into the bye week. You
Mhm.
have to win this game. And I feel like Hank is one of your better, run defenders. I don't know what it is yet. I don't think they've released any information about why he's inactive. I don't know if this is a healthy scratch and Neil Farrell is just out there. But hey, man, look, we've been waiting on this. We've been waiting on thick frame since day one. And now we're here for it. We got one LSU guy in. We got one LSU guy out with Foster Moreau, which was kind of,
I expected Foster to miss this game.
It was going to be up in the air.
You're not going to play with that knee injury at all.
No. But look, man, I'm excited to see what Neil Farrell. Let's see. Can he be the future at that position, man? And today's going to be definitely a challenge for him. Could you imagine, bro, coming into the league in your first game against the Kansas City Chiefs?
Yeah. In prime time, Monday night. But
Yep.
I will say this, right? And it's not a knock to Jonathan Hankins because he's done well this season. Andrew Billings is our number one interior nose tackle.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like that dude, I don't know where the hell he came from. He just came in and boom. Like that's a big motherfucking pause. Like that dude, he does his job up front. And he's done it.
We've been one of the better run stopping defenses, like real talk. But we're playing against the number one today. But one thing that the Kansas City Chiefs has not stopped is the pass. They're 27th in the NFL right now. And I think at this point, we do want to establish the run, but you got to attack the weaknesses. If that is a weakness right there, you have to attack their corners, their safeties. You got to get after them, man. Today is a big game for DC, man. This is a huge game for Derek Carr. Go ahead, bro.
I think you talked about this as well, right? That you weren't feeling too great about Jayon Brown not being available this week.
I know that he has not been great in coverage. I know, guys. I know he's not lived up to the hype thus far. But at the end of the day, we're already thin at cover linebackers as is. You know what I mean? Divine Diablo has not performed to the standard I thought he was this year thus far. We still got a UDFA and Luke Masterson still learning the game and still learning the speed. We brought in Perry. Well, but Perriman's there, but he can't cover for shit. And then we got Blake
Darian.
Darian Butler. But he's been
special teams. Yeah.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? So and then with Denzel and Blake Martinez both active, I'm excited to see what that can do. I'm very excited, but
that's going to be hard to run on, bro. I'm going to tell you one thing.
Definitely.
A 3-4 front with fucking Martinez and Perryman both coming downhill.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, man. That's a recipe for a Clyde Edwards-Helaire fumble.
Yes. Or what's our boy name? The rookie, Isaiah. Or
I don't remember. Pacheco.
Some crazy shit. But
hey man, he don't look like he got a concussion no more.
There you go. You go. Hey, what are you looking forward to in this game, little bro? Like, give me some bold predictions. I had two bold takes. I did have Zeus, kind of having a coming out party, maybe somewhere. And this is not really a coming out party. 50 to 75 yards rushing. I still think that Josh.
It is because we know that we haven't really split the carries as much as we thought we would with this head coach, right? We was like, running back by committee, Jacobs 10, this guy 10, 5 over here, 3 over there, but it just hasn't been like that.
What I want today is Josh running the ball 20 times, Zeus getting the ball 10, and shit, maybe 25 for Josh. But I think
on paper, I agree. But if Josh is hot,
I'm
sorry, Zeus. Like it could wait. It could wait a little bit.
I think Zeus gets a TD and he has 50 to 75 yards. I still think Josh breaks the 100. Yeah, look, I think Josh gets 100, gets a touchdown as well. But another bold take, you guys. I know it's very, very hard to get to Patrick Mahomes. I got us with 4 sacks today. I got Max with 2. I got Clee with 1.
He always plays nice against the Chiefs.
And I got Jonathan Abram with 1 as well. Yeah.
Well, this is the good thing, right? This man right here, Trey Smith being out.
Yes.
That is huge for us, bro.
Yeah.
Like that is massive. This is a top tier interior offensive lineman in this league.
Definitely.
And we've always said it with Wasted, and when we have people on, the quickest way to get up to a quarterback is north and south. It's north and south. And guess what? With their guard being out, I would love to see a lot more of these stunts on the inside. Fuck with the mindset of a new guy going in there. They also don't have their kicker, right? So if this is a close game, that could come down to something. Ronald Jones, he's a good back, number 2 back. He's not playing for them, so that's good. That is good.
Technically, I think Ronald Jones really at this point is the 3rd back now. What was it?
True.
Pacheco, whatever. I don't know how to say his name, but Ronald Jones is he's a big body running back. You know what I mean? Look, that still, to be honest, I think on both sides the injuries are kind of fair. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that there's any real big injuries that's really, except for the guard position with Kansas. I think that's the biggest factor out of any injury on both sides of the ball.
I think that roster for us kind of sucks a little bit, but I mean, besides that, Jayon Brown and the rest of these guys have been inactive for the entire year. So I think that we're more healthy than they are, if I'm being honest. So
yeah, definitely.
But
I'm Bauer not seeing anything. I'm not really too worried about Bauer at all.
Yeah, me neither.
More for Kuntz, man. I want to see Kuntz get some work today, man. I definitely do. But hey, who's our spy, man? Who's our spy today?
This is what I was talking about. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. When I did that show where I did the film study on how Patrick Graham limited KC to 16 points last year, it was a lot of the same thing. It was a lot of 3-4 base. But he would drop his defense end. And I know we don't really like dropping Max or Chandler into coverage, but he did that last year. And in my opinion, if that's what it takes to beat Kansas City, then that's what it takes. I don't care. At the end of the day. And I know that Max doesn't care. And I know that Chandler Jones, if he gets dropped in coverage, as long as we get that W going into the bye week, nobody cares. Nobody.
No,
I don't think anybody else in the nation should.
No.
But I do think we're going to see a ton of dime, which we've seen. Shout out to Patrick Graham. We've seen that a lot on 3rd downs this year when we get teams into 3rd and 8s. We just see Bilal Nichols, Max, and Chandler as our primary, and then we have 8 DBs back there. So it's a good recipe. I think that I understand Clyde Edwards-Helaire has had a massive increase in production this year. But I would still take that safety out the box and have 2 guys over the top at all times. I don't want these guys hitting us quick. I'm going to be honest. I don't, because let's be honest, bro, it's in their stadium. They get a big play like that, momentum is on their side like crazy. It's different if you make them go 80 yards and they got to grind out first downs. They got to get a first down here, a first down there. Like, that's different. If they have to really take a 6-7 minute drive, because it's good. They got their points, but they took a lot of clock off. Right. I will say another thing is we got to see Patrick Graham continue to rotate in and out with Malcolm Kuntz. That guy.
Yes.
That guy, he needs the love, man. He needs the love. And I think that if we're not going to go into that dime on every 3rd down, I really like the wide 9 that he put out there, right? Where you have Clee and Max together on one side, and then you got Kuntz and Chandler on the other. And what that does is that you could do a lot of stunts with those 2 guys. Because think about that. All 4 of those guys are natural edge rushers. Cleveland Furrow in this league, he came in as an edge rusher. Kuntz, Chandler, those are edge rushers. So they all have the speed to attack with stunts. We've got to do a lot of that kind of stuff. And the reason why I say you got to stay in that too high is because if I'm being honest with you, I want to see Deron Harmon over the top every single fucking possession. And I want to see Nate Hobbs and Merrick on Travis Kelce damn near every fucking play. I want these guys. I want them bracketed every single play because I am confident in Rock Ya-Sin 1v1 with MVS.
Hell yeah. Definitely.
Or Juju Smith-Schuster, right? I'm not really worried about that. So if it comes down to a game where Clyde Edwards-Helaire is the one that has to beat us, I'll take that. I'll take those chances. I will take those chances at the end of the day because that still means that Jonathan Abram is still out there, which for whatever reason, he had a couple of really good coverage plays last week, which is pretty rare to see for Abram. But we know that Deron Harmon, he's been laying the wood in that cover 4, cover 2. He's got an interception on the season already. So I think, Juju's out? No,
he's not. Kenny, he's not. He's not.
Yeah. Yeah, we just looked at the whatever. But
I want to see how they play Meek after that big week. I want to see if he gets some burn against Sky Moore or Hardman. They're smaller wide receivers. I want to see where they match him up at. So, but this is a perfect game for this defense because all of our corners are out there, man. You got Rocky Sin out there. You got Nate Hobbs. Like, I know Anthony Averett is still in the IR, but I mean, just everybody that's came from started from week one. This is a beautiful sign, man. Like, we need all hands on deck in that secondary right now. I think Harmon, like you said, keep him back there. I would love the idea, bro, of having Merrick and Hobbs bracket up against Kelsey. I think Kelsey is, well, we know he's the best tight end in the league. It sucks to say it, but it is what it is. If you can just contain him, I mean, he's going to get his regardless. I was saying on my show earlier that you cannot allow him in space. Once you do that, it's over with. It's a done deal. It's a done deal.
Yeah. That guy, he mows people over like he's fucking 300 pounds. Like that dude, he's dangerous, man. And if I'm be honest, you have to put your best DBs on their best players. And that is, if there is something that we can be happy with Tyreek Hill being gone, is the fact that now you can put your two best guys on Kelsey, right? You weren't able to really do that before because that means that fucking Tyreek Hill is one-on-one.
Yeah.
But I really am confident with our guys one-on-one with Juju or MVS.
Yes,
that's what it is.
What's your favorite matchups today? I'm really excited to see our young guy Dylan Parham matched up against Chris Jones. Like I want to see.
I'm not excited about that.
No, bro, I want to. I mean, look, you're not ever excited to match up against Chris Jones, but I want to see what the young pup can do against the superstar. You know what I mean? Like, I think this is his real first, real glimpse. This is gonna be a real first glimpse of what we can what we can get out of this guy. You know what I'm saying? You're going up against a superstar. I mean, we got Aaron Donald later on in the season, but this is his first real test. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to be big for us, man. I want to see what Dylan Parham can do. Definitely, man.
I'm excited for the test. Yes, it's a big test. Chris Jones, he's a game wrecker, dude. Like, he can line up on the outside, and I'm gonna be honest. I think they're gonna do that, bro. I think that I think that they're gonna line up. What's his name? Chris Jones one-on-one with Thayer Munford or Illuminor. They're gonna take advantage of our poor matchups on the outside. Yeah. That's what I think. They're obviously not just gonna say, "Hey, Chris Jones, just rushing the interior all the time where you can get double teamed." Like,
their defensive line is nice, bro. They still got George over there too, the rookie out of Purdue. Bro. Like, these guys, that defense, they really set the tone in the draft this year, and going out and really building that defense. As Leo, the one thing I have not seen yet, has Leo Chanel really been out there yet at linebacker, or is he kind of more special teams? What are they doing with Leo Chanel?
I think he's more special teams, but I think
and McDuffie's still out, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
But I was just about to go there. Even if McDuffie isn't out, we are fully healthy in terms of our skilled positions.
Yeah.
And outside of Foster, bro, their fucking defensive backs are like an average height of 5'10", 5'11". Like, we've got to take advantage of that. And I understand when we're in the red zone, I want us to just feed Jacobs. Like, that dude
all day.
He has a nose. He has a nose for the end zone. But you've heard me say it. We've both said it so much times. Like, if you are going to pass in the red zone or inside the 10, no need to get cute with it. Backyard football. Put your 6'5" tight end against their 5'10" DB. Make that matchup, right? And if we don't come down with it, then we don't come down with it. But sometimes you just got to take those looks, right? Devontae Adams is 6'2", 6'3". Take that matchup. One of my favorite things that I saw him and DC do last week was 2 of 3 attempts on the back shoulder fades.
Yep.
We got to keep doing that. I mean, shit, we know they lived and died by that in Green Bay.
Definitely.
On top of his amazing route running. But we know that we can do that, right? Devontae Adams is a bailout receiver. He can make a bad play look good.
Yes.
So we finally have that. I'm not saying, just force feed it, but bro, I think that once you establish that run game, play action has to get rolling. I really haven't seen us do something that I thought we were going to do a bunch, and that was the screens. I don't know why we haven't done that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, if we get the win, I don't care. I don't care what happens. But against this team, You got to run some quick game because they're a divisional rival, right? They're going to want it as much or more than us, right?
Definitely.
So we've got to do whatever we need to do to get that ball moving, get those chains moving. And like I said, man, I mentioned it after last week's win. I want to hold DC to his word, right? He said that if teams want to continue double teaming everybody, I'm going to have to run the ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, I would love to hold him to that because the man had 50 fucking yards rushing. Like that is very useful.
Yes.
Very, very useful. You can never just say, oh, those 50 yards are just whatever. No, we need that. We need that. Of course, I want DC to slide damn near every single time, unless he's trying to dive into the end zone. But yeah, it is what it is. Wait, what? Max Crosby's story, bro?
Yeah, wow. Seen that.
What
dope.
happened?
No, it was him, and I believe his baby mom was on there. And they were he was just kind of giving his story about when he went to rehab. If he didn't go, that he probably wouldn't have made it another 6 months. Like he probably would have died. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Max's story was really dope. If you guys get a chance to go to ESPN and check that out, it really was a really good, good story. Definitely. Hey, let me ask you this, man. Do you think, and this is not that it's not really that big, but we went out and made a trade a few weeks back with New England. We lost Heron for this season with the torn ACL, I believe. Those jumbo packages that we had last week. I actually like that, bro. Like, do you think we have any, like, what are we gonna do in terms of that jumbo pack? Do you see that happening today?
We could still run it. It'll just probably be at the expense of having a Luminor and Munford out there at the same time. Yeah. Which is fine, but you're just running the risk of one of those guys getting injured, and then
yes,
you know, it's kind of at that point you have no depth at the right tackle spot. You're just going in naked basically every week with one guy. But thankfully we have a fullback that's very good at blocking, so we do have that to our name. We have Jesper Horsted. He's a receiving tight end, man. Yes. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets used because I don't really think he's a great blocker.
No, not at all. Not at all.
We brought up Chris Bolton from the practice squad for today's game.
Yeah.
And then I forgot the dude that got smoked last week for the touchdown, Javelin Guidry or something like that. The dude that ran like a 4.3 or something like that. So he also got elevated. I'm not sure if Albert Wilson is playing
from what I was told that he was activated because I was looking at it as a special teams just in case, or
I don't like that move.
Me neither, because me neither, or a backup slot guy just in case Renfro has something going on with him.
And dumb as fuck. Like if you're gonna do this, never mind. I don't even want to get started, bro. You got DJ Turner that you could get him back in like a week or two. Why even fucking make this move? Like, why? I would much more understand if they cut T. Billy because there was time to get fucking DJ Turner back on the 53. Yeah. I don't get this.
It looks as though Tyron's about to fall to the practice squad anyway. It's been really
waivers like 2 days ago and we didn't sign him. So I don't know what's up with that.
But what I was told, you gotta wait until the actual official week is over, right? Until you can until you can bring him back to the practice squad. So I think after this game, potentially tomorrow, I think we may bring T. Billy back to the practice squad.
The way that I look at it is with Albert Wilson, you got older, smaller, and slower.
Well, you know what? He's sneaky. He has a little sneaky speed, man. And the one thing about him is he's tough. He's a tough fucking wide receiver, bro.
Yeah, but we just didn't even give T. Billy a chance, though.
Yeah, so. I don't think he's gonna get over the hump with those hands, bro. I really believe he has a problem catching the ball, and I think that this is just something that is gonna haunt him for the rest of his career, bro. Like for real. Look, they see him in practice every day. There has to be something there where you can't, like, you're not even utilizing his speed. Like at that point, it's like, okay, I don't think they trust him.
I am very, very excited, and this is me just being hopeful at this point. But I am excited for DJ Turner to return.
Me too. Hell yeah.
Not just because of what he can do in special teams, but let's be honest, bro. Like, I don't like comparing players, but if we still were looking for that Lynn Bowden Jr. type deal where we wanted a guy that can line up in the backfield, line up at receiver, do the things on special teams, wildcat if you want it, he can do all that. He can do all that. So if you want that kind of play style implemented in your offense, he could do it. But I don't know that Josh McDaniels is going to really make that big of a commitment to a UDFA. I hope that he has some sort of role on this team, and I hope that he does come back sooner rather than later.
I'm not expecting too much from Albert Wilson, regardless, because I can't wait for Turner to come back. But I mean, the guy, this is an intricate system, man. I mean, he just came in. I'm not expecting too much from him. And I also spoke on this. He played for the Chiefs 4 years ago. Played with him for a little while. This may be a situation where you're trying to get a little intel on these guys. I mean, it could be mental warfare, at this point. So I don't know, but I'm not expecting too much out of Albert Wilson at all. And I definitely can't wait for DJ Turner to come back, because I think he's young, he's speedy. Like I can't wait for him to. I think that is one of the missing pieces on his offense. And that may sound crazy because it's DJ Turner, but just the skill set that he possesses, I do believe that he can get it done. You know what I mean?
And it could come by surprise, right? Because he hasn't been shown on film.
Exactly.
So there's that.
Exactly.
Shout out to Sean. Yep, there you go. So Sean was just talking about the interview. Mad Max said if he didn't go to rehab, he wouldn't have made another 6 months. Well,
yeah.
Hey, man, I'm proud that he did go, because now he's about to welcome a daughter into this world. So that's dope, man. That's dope. Raider Primo says, I'm going against Adams in fantasy. He needs 5 points to win. I don't give a fuck. Let Adams eat tonight. If I'm losing in fantasy, it means the Raiders win. I'm all for it. There you go, man. Facts.
Well, I have him starting in mind today, Primo. So I want him to cook regardless.
Facts. Let's see what else we got up in here. Shout out to Max. He says Crosby has best game tonight for his new daughter. That would be amazing.
I love it.
It's all aligning, right? He's about to have a daughter. This wonderful story just came out today. Hey, it'll be very, very, very interesting to see how this, how it all goes down tonight, man. It is a big game. Like, I know we're only fucking week 6 or week 5, whatever. It's big, dude. Like, we gotta win. We have to win.
Mandatory. I hope we don't lose our shit today on the watch party, bro. I hope that we can just enjoy it, laugh. Look, this isn't going to be a game you're going to go into Kansas City and blow them out. But I'm just hoping that I'm hoping we can go in there and beat them by 7. I don't want to do the last second Daniel Carlson shit. I don't want to do any of that. I want to win by a touchdown and escape and get ready for this bye week and get ready for the Texans, man. Because people tend to forget that Kansas City wants this win a lot too, because they're playing Buffalo next week. That is a tough game. Kansas City can't afford to lose 2 games in a row. Also, with the way that our division is set up, so they're gonna want this game as bad as we do. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, Buffalo, they ain't no punks, bro, at all.
Oh, hell no! They had so many missing pieces and still made fucking held the Steelers to 3 points. That shit was crazy, man.
Shit's different, bro. Shit is different.
But I will say this, right? I'm gonna be moving back to the offense really quick. With their DBs, right? We know that they don't have Travarius Ward anymore. They lost him to the Niners. Honey Badger went to the Saints. Whatever.
I
honestly think that I know a lot of people aren't too high on Darren Waller right now because of all the fucking drops and shit. But I'm gonna be honest. It's been him that's been lacking his own production. It wasn't because DC's not targeting him. So. For Derek Carr, not for Derek Carr, for Darren Waller, it's just a matter of when, not if. When he gets his head back into this game, when he's able to fucking start catching these balls again. And what better way than to do it against these motherfuckers, right?
Yeah.
Because, look, Willie Gay Jr. is ass in coverage. They don't really have good linebackers in terms of coverage. I know in general, a lot of the league doesn't have that because it's hard to find. But still, let's look at it this way, right? Mac Hollins, that man's carved himself out a role that I never expected it to be this fucking big. I thought that all his production was going to be special teams. I know you called it. I know you want to say it right now.
I'm not saying, hey, you said it. I didn't say it.
But let's be honest.
Javon Holland.
Mac Hollins is 6'4", 6'5" against a baby ass DB, and he's hold a couple DBs so far this year.
Damn, bro. Hey, I was right about a Holland and a Hollins.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, bro.
But you got Mac Hollins. That's a great matchup. If you just want to attack, you could do that. Darren Waller, if he's gonna eat, he's got to eat through the middle of the field. Hunter Renfrow, we know that he's gonna cook these linebackers This man's about to make these boys look stupid. Devontae is gonna be Devontae, but I mean, we all agree here, man. Josh Jacobs is this is why we won last week, and it's why we should have won the 3 other weeks before. Is Josh Jacobs, man. You got to feed that man. There's no ifs, ands, and buts.
I do believe that Waller. I do believe that Waller needs to have a big day. I was saying in the chat on Wasted Shit. I said I hope that his girl be in the bed at night, just waving her ring in his face, like every night, like get your shit together, because there's. I mean, look, we can argue every fucking second of the day if we want about this pass was Derek Carr's fault or he put him in traffic and got him black. Look, man, at the end of the day, Waller's been having a drop problem since last year. I think today, 2 top 5 tight ends going against each other, Waller has to have a big game. I do believe Josh Jacobs is going to be that guy, but I do think that Waller, we need to for him to get that confidence back, for him to build that momentum going. Yeah.
He needs that morale back. He needs to be, okay, I got this shit. Like I was fucking up. I'm back to it. Let's get it going. Like, I'll be honest, when we beat the Chiefs in 2020, he had a big game. He had a high point touchdown in the back of the end zone. He had a few big receptions down the middle. We've got to get him going, because at that point, I know their defensive coordinator, Spagnuolo, he's going to have to account for Waller anyways. Like, but it's just it's like, damn, I'm accounting for him and he's still making plays. That's when it sucks for those teams, right? Because you put 2 guys, make them focus on one, and he still makes a play. Then you still got to account for Renfro underneath. Then you got Devontae, then Mac Hollins. It's like, bro, and that's all before you get to Jacobs, and it's like there's no reason why this offense shouldn't be moving down the field
at all.
So
I think we're number one. We're the number 1 and number 2 team in the league with the most red zone opportunities. I believe we're number 2 and they're number 1. And mind you, we're probably the worst in the red zone the red zone period. But we get to the red zone more than anyone in the NFL outside of Kansas City. So today it's mandatory. I said this on my show earlier. You have to put up 7. If we get in goal line situations, I'm going for it on 4th. I don't give a shit, because they're going to make you pay with them field goals. You cannot beat Kansas City with field goals, bro. It's just not going to happen. You know what I mean? So if we get into these 4th and shorts and goal in red zone situation, bro, go for it. I don't want to send Daniel Carlson out there and have our defense try and beat Kansas City. I don't want to do that.
That's never a good recipe when you have your defense out there fucking, all right, defense, you got to beat them now. That's not smart.
Because it's not going to happen. You're playing against these guys are going to score points. They're the Kansas City Chiefs. They have Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. You just have to, your offense has to be on fire, man. And I'm expecting a lot out of Josh, and I'm expecting a lot out of DC today. I think that these 2 guys have to be on point. You know what I mean? And just keep feeding the beast, man. Josh is hot right now. Keep feeding the hot hand. Don't change anything. Just keep feeding them and take the shots when need be. But I
think that play action is a must need. I've said this, and a lot of people haven't agreed with me. DC has, like, his accuracy has regressed, bro. Like, he's not hitting those fucking thread the needle balls as often as he was before. It could be he's just not taking those, but like I said, the completion percentage is the lowest in his career since his rookie year. So you get that run game going, you get that play action game going when he can have fucking linebackers all the way up at the line of scrimmage, and they're like, fuck, I should be down the field right now, and he could just easily dot those. He needs to get in the groove. Like, we can't just say first drive 5 wide. Fuck no. That is something that I really, really hate.
You've been repeating that. You really are pissed about that shit.
Yeah, well, because my thing is with the 5 wide, it's like you're literally just telling the defense that you're passing the ball.
But what's sad is with this offense on paper, it's like you should be able to do it anyway.
Yeah, you should be able to. You're right. But this is the NFL. Like,
I know, but just think about
you're
that.
Telling an NFL defense, hey, I'm passing the ball.
Yeah, but with Devontae, Hunter Renfro, Waller, and Matt Collins, I'm saying, motherfucker, stop us. Stop.
Yeah, you should. You should be able to do it. But it just seems like whenever we're in the fucking 5 wide, it's never clicked.
No.
Ever.
No.
So guess what? I'd rather beat them and whoop their ass in a condensed formation than try and look pretty in 5 wide. That's just what I think. So,
I hear you.
Yeah, it's stupid because there's no threat of a run. There's no threat of a play action. And you're just saying, okay, I'm going to throw it. Like, I think it's dumb.
B-Man, the Hennessy is in the freezer. It'll be coming out for the watch party.
Like, I think there's a time and there's a place for it. But, yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. If I'm going to be honest with you, I think that you go in the 5 wide so that you can kind of get a big representation of what you see on defense. But then what I think should be done more often then is when you see what the defense is in, all right, then motion your back. Then motion Jacobs back into the backfield because you can still tell what's going on. But now you have that option to make him stay, or you can just tell him, okay, just go on the flats or run the angle route. Like, shit like that. And it still gives the fucking linebackers, all right, well, I can't cheat and just drop back into coverage on this play. I've got to respect it because it's Josh Jacobs, I'm fine with them going 5 wide in moments. I just think we've overused it, if I'm going to be honest with you. I think we've been in that formation too much.
You know what's funny? I know what game are we talking about? Where I said I thought it was probably DC's biggest game.
It was week 2, right?
Was it week 2 or week 3? It was one of those games.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is Josh McDaniels' biggest game ever as a head coach. I don't know how you sell your owner, your front office, your team going into the bye week with all these expectations in the offseason going in 1-4. I know we got a bunch of winnable games after the bye, but you have to win. You have to beat a team like the Chiefs because that lifts that team's morale. Like you beat the Chiefs, it's like we here. We have arrived. And I know they lost to the Colts a few weeks back, any given Sunday. We know how this shit goes. But this is a division game, man. Like we can't afford to keep losing these conference games over and over and over again. If you can win 2 back-to-back division games, that does a lot for your team moving forward, man. I really believe that this has to be the best play calling that Josh McDaniels has done in his Denver days. And up to this point, the first 4 or 5 weeks of the NFL, this has to be the game where he calls it the best. Hand the ball off when need be. Like I said, take the shots when need be. But this has to be the best play calling situation that Josh McDaniels has done as a head coach, because this can be a pivotal game for his job. I'm telling y'all now, man. There's a lot going on. I know we're still coming off that big win against Denver, but look, man, no owner wants to see you be 1-4. You might have to take that walk with him again. I'm telling you right now.
Well, shout out to John Beck, and then I'm gonna get to this super right here, bro. I'm just tired of losing to this fucking team, bro. Like that's just what it is. That's just what it is at the end of the day, right? Like I'm gonna be honest. The Raider fan in me, if we went fucking 15-2, right, I'd be happy. But if I knew that every single year those 2 losses was against Kansas City, I would still be fucking mad that we just continue to fucking lose to Kansas City, bro. Like that it should not be that way. In order for it to be a rivalry, it needs to be competition. It has not been competition within the last few years, right? For a long time, really. Like they still had our number for a minute when they had fucking Alex Smith. So like, look, at this point, we've got to make it a rivalry, right? We got to make it a rivalry. We've got to make it okay. Well, going forward, now we got our pieces. You've had yours. We're gonna go blow for blow, pause, and we're gonna make this like a good fucking game, which we've made it good games. Multiple times we've lost, but then there's those games like fucking 14-38. It's like what the fuck is that? And it's like it doesn't even look like
we've been all over the place in the AFC West. It feels like we always split with the Chargers. We own the Broncos, and we just get cooked year in and year out by Kansas City. We got to change that, bro. It starts tonight. It starts tonight, bro.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. If we had to fucking sign Paul Gunther once a year to just play the Chiefs, bro, I would do it because that's the last motherfucker to beat them, bro.
Well, let's not act like Patrick Graham didn't dial up a great defensive showing on them last year. You know what I mean?
Amazing. Holding Kansas City to 16 points.
With less talent,
a lot less, and that's that's just less talent on the defense. The offense that he had to fucking
Yep.
deal with was just horrid. But yeah, I mean, Patrick Graham, he knows what to do in these games. This is why he's in the conversations of getting head coaching jobs. Because he shows up and he does a good job against these big time opponents. We need to have a big game. That's just simple as that. Whether it's fucking blitzing Abram every now and again or dialing up that nickel blitz with Nate Hobbs, whatever it takes, we've got to win.
Yeah.
Just win, baby. Simple as that, man. But shout out to Raider Primos. He says everyone's got Adams and I'm going against him. That ain't fair, bro. I hope he balls out today. What's even worse is that I didn't start Gabe Davis. Well, I started Gabe Davis and still lost. So,
hey, Gabe was cooking though, bro. You kept hitting the group chat like, bro, it's a wrap. Like you like
he had 40 points with 3 catches.
Hey, I got lucky this week. I'm playing Swaggy. My boy got all Raiders. He got all Raiders in his fantasy league, and he has guys that's not even on the team anymore. Tyron Johnson is starting today for him. So I think my odds are pretty good, going against Swaggy right now. And I still got Waller and Devontae left. So
yeah,
it is what 4-1, motherfucker. I'm on my way. Let's get
bro. Imagine that having 40 points with 3 receptions. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like
that's wild. Hey, no. Imagine getting rid of Eckler like you did and him having going for 173 yards yesterday in 2 TDs.
Hey, well, James Robinson was putting up 20 points a week. I was like, hey, let's run with it. And then fucking Jerry Jeudy was doing these. That motherfucker sucks. Like Russell Wilson, I don't know who it is. Somebody got the talent is fucking there with Jeudy, bro. But
yeah.
I don't know.
It is what it is.
Russell Wilson is cheeks right now. Like if I'll take being wrong about Javon Holland, but this motherfucker right here wanted Russell Wilson to be in silver and black. And I'll tell you one thing, we'd be fucking 0-4 right now.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. I said if we were going to move on from DC, I would have loved to have Russell Wilson. I was definitely wrong up to this point thus far. And now they're trying to
Russell for the simple fact to have Sierra in the building.
CC, let's go. It's always a bigger purpose, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the shield, y'all.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Hey, you got any predictions tonight, man?
Man, since
I know you don't like doing predictions. You just listen.
Not anymore. Not yet. Yeah. This is the thing. I think I'll do predictions in terms of like numbers, but not score predictions. I think that I'll agree with you. I think that Jacobs is going to continue to have a good game, good week. I think that Zeus, I just simply think that it makes more sense to commit to the run again. Last week we had 34 pass attempts, 38 rush attempts. It's balanced. It doesn't really give a defense like an opportunity to just key in on one thing. So I think at the end of the day we should continue to do that. Because our run blocking has been pretty damn good, and it's not like it's a zone scheme where only certain backs can work in it, right? You can put anybody in that scheme and they'll see a hole and they'll hit the hole, right?
Definitely.
But I do want to see Zeus out there. If I had to say that anybody was going to have like a big game or like a game that really had like some very important plays, I'm gonna go back to Mr. Old Reliable Hunter Renfrow, man.
Okay.
Coming off the concussion, I think
I like that. I think
he's gonna handle his business as he always does, right? Teams are always gonna underestimate the 5'10", 185-pound white boy. So
well, you know what? I think Kansas City's learned from the past you cannot do that with him. So
in the past they haven't had to worry about Devontae though. So
I think the China route was invented. The one that Hunter did.
That was nasty.
Disgusting. So
it was, and then he went back-to-back weeks and then did to Xavier Howard and made Xavier Howard.
Oh my God, bro! Oh, that was the blender of all blenders. That was the one.
He put him in a blender.
Yeah, that was the one. Bro.
That man needed a bath.
I forgot about that one.
That one was bad, bro.
Yeah, he cooked him.
Meek on spy. Well, this is the thing. I don't. Nah, man. I think that if you're gonna put somebody in the spy, it has to be one of your one of your front seven guys. I don't think that you take a defensive back to spy unless it's Abram on occasion. But this is what I say, right? Because it fucking killed me against the Cardinals. On big plays, you have to have somebody that's accounting for Mahomes. He's not the fastest guy, but he can still make that play.
Yeah,
like he can still run for it. So, and also it just fucking pisses me off the way he runs. I just want to punch this motherfucker every single time he runs. I hate it. I really just hate it when Patrick Mahomes runs the ball. But yeah, somebody has to be accounting for Patrick Mahomes on the third downs, the third and manageables, and we've got to have somebody accounting for that. On top of that, that's also momentum plays too, right? Like
definitely.
when the quarterback tries to run and still doesn't get it, that means that everybody was covered. That means that your hot route was covered. That means that you try to make a play and it still didn't work. Like that's momentum right there. It's like, no, motherfucker, like you have no options. You can't even run. Like that right there. You got to have that kind of stuff.
What do you expect out of the O-line today?
A dominant run performance. Dominant. I think that. I mean, there's no way that you don't look at last week's film and you decide, okay, we're gonna have to take it to teams, like straight up. Like we're here, you're here. I don't care. I'm better than you. It's like sometimes it's as simple as that, right? Like I'm stronger, faster, and I'm just better, right? Like it's not like sometimes you just got to do it, right?
Yeah.
Same thing like what we were just talking about with the red zone. You don't got to overcomplicate it. Sometimes you're just bigger, stronger, faster, taller than their guys.
Yeah.
So just make it a ball game like that, right? But yeah, I would love to see. I'm gonna say this. I think that there was. I mean, we all know that there was really only one fucking guy or two that ever picked off Patrick Mahomes for us. And it was Trayvon Mullen and fucking Jeff Heath. Both those guys aren't on the team anymore. So I'll say the new one is gonna be Nate, man. I think that we'll see.
I had him with a pick today too.
Yeah. So I think that because Nate, you see every week he's getting closer and closer, right? When he had it, they caught him on that bullshit play. But he's getting closer and closer. I think that Nate will finally get his.
I have Blake Martinez with the fumble recovery today too. First game is in the silver and black.
I would love it, man. I mean, shit, that'd be amazing if I'm be honest with you.
Yeah, facts.
I'm be honest. Your 4 sacks, I would love it.
No, that was a bold take. It was a bold take.
Yeah, that was a bold take. For being bold,
yeah.
I'm gonna say the DC throws for 4 touchdowns.
I had him with. Did I? No, I had him with 3. Over 300 yards, 300 yards, 3 TDs.
I'll say 4, but it's not going to be like 4 like fucking 30-yard bombs.
Yeah.
Like, a little 10, quick post, slant, something. But we need a momentum shift in play today. Like we need something like that that's going to get these guys in the groove and ready to go. So I'm excited to see what happens. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day,
we here, bro. Look, this is it. This is the game that tells us who we are, y'all. We went through a 3-game struggle trying to figure out the identity of this team, new system.
We found our identity last week.
We did.
That damn rock.
Yes. Now is the day we really say, okay, this is the team moving forward. However we come out of this game this is the team moving forward. I'm telling y'all now, man.
Facts. Did you have any bold takes for Chandler Jones?
I thought that he was gonna have. I thought he was gonna do exactly what he's done up to this point. Have some pretty solid games, playing a run pretty well. Having Mahomes run a little bit, but I had him with no sacks. I had Max with 2. I had like I said, Clee with 1 and Abram with 1. I would love to see him break that spell. It's just I haven't seen enough. The speed to me is just not there anymore. So I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
The get off doesn't seem to be the same.
No, and that is well. Yeah, the get off. I mean, look, man, Father Time catches up with everybody, bro.
Yeah,
it is.
Shout out to my guy David. It says big shout out to Raider Nation Booster Club in Phoenix and my high school in Yuma. What the fuck is that? Yuma Cibola? Damn, that sounds like a new virus. Yuba Samoa Raiders.
I've been out there. I've been out there.
Shout out to my guy David, man, my guy. But look, Chandler. He said Chandler Jones sucks. Look, I'm gonna say this. I think you didn't give Chandler. So your 4 for the bold take was Cleveland, Max with 2, and you said Abram
with 1, Cleve with 1, and yeah, Max with 2.
So I'm gonna say we only have 3. I'm gonna say we only have 3. But because I think it's gonna take big plays to win this game, I have to predict big plays. So I predicted that pick to Nate, but I also am going to predict a strip sack for Chandler.
Chandler.
Say that Chandler gets a strip sack. Max gets a bunch of fucking TFLs like he always does, and a sack. And then I'll say that
Max is not bringing a new baby girl into this world without momentum on his side, man. He's gonna come in like, bruh, like I'm here. Like I'm telling y'all now.
I'm gonna say this: the Jonathan Abrams sack is gonna have to wait. I think that Nate Hobbs will go back-to-back weeks and get one.
Okay.
That'd be a hell of a game for Nate, right? A sack, an interception. That'd be fucking crazy.
On his way to all pro things, bro.
Facts. Him. So we know that the AFC West is super competitive. Would we say and go as far as saying
who would have thought the NFC East would have been the best division in the league at this point?
Bro, in terms of records, yes, but
yeah, that's what I mean. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say this. I think the AFC West may have the 2 best up-and-coming corners.
Oh, yeah.
Surtain
Definitely.
and Hobbs.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, just to kill time a little bit. We need to go shopping in Carolina, bro. We need to go shopping in Carolina.
Oh, you mean okay? Yeah, okay. We talked. I thought you meant like literally. I'm like, bro, are we going to Carolina to go get some hats? What you talking about? Okay, no, definitely. No, we got to make some calls, bro. We got to make some calls, definitely, bro. Derek Brown, we were talking about him, defensive tackle. Yeah, man. There's some names out there.
Yeah. So look, because we got a little bit of time left, we're gonna end with like 15 minutes, so you can go get situated and everything like that. So like we'll be off in like 6-7 minutes. But look, we need to call Carolina and see what the fuck the price is for Derek Brown.
Definitely. You said a third. I said a second. I do a second. I don't give a shit.
I'm gonna stick with a third because look, we're gonna have to pay him.
Definitely.
So that's gonna kind of suck. I don't know if they've already picked up his 5th-year option. We're gonna have to pay him effective immediately because he's gonna get traded. He's gonna want that new contract already.
Yep. Buffalo has already called about McCaffrey, you guys. They've already called about McCaffrey.
If Buffalo gets McCaffrey, bro, like
DJ Moore, apparently Chicago has reached out to him.
Apparently Kansas City also reached out for DJ Moore. Yeah, so that would suck.
Oh my God, bro.
Brian Burns won't happen. Jeremy Chin won't happen, but that shit. If I could choose anybody from that team, it'd be Jeremy Chin.
See, not me. I'm going Burns 10 times out of 10.
I feel like we have our pass rushers though. It's like,
bro, but moving forward, we don't know if Chandler's going to be that guy, bro. Like,
okay, but I believe in Malcolm Kuntz.
No, me too. But listen,
Merrick and Jeremy Chin, bro.
No, that would be nice.
Oh my God, with fucking Nate, Rock Yassin, and oh my God, nah, bro.
Pressure over everything, bro.
Yeah. No, I agree. I don't know. Jeremy Chin, he could just do everything.
Man, fuck it. Give us Christian McCaffrey. No, I'm just
no, yeah, but we definitely got to call up fucking Carolina, see what the price is for Derek Brown. I would send him a third, take a 3rd round pick. Would you call looking for one of their cornerback services?
Shit, they got a ton of them. Why not? But look, bro, I like what we got right now with the performance from Amik last week. With Rocket Sin back, I like our corner. I like our corner room. I want to see what Webb can do out there. Like, bro, I'm excited.
Do you like CJ Henderson?
No.
Yeah.
We've never been a fan. Me and Raid got in. Was it? Did we get into it about CJ Henderson? No. We didn't get into it. It was the other Florida guy that just came out this past year.
O-line? Who do they got on the O-line? Morton?
Nah. Carolina's O-line is ass, bro. To be honest, Kenny, I don't really see anybody over there.
Well, think about it. So they got DJ Moore, teams are going to call.
Yeah.
Derek Brown, teams are going to call. Chin, Burns, Shaq Thompson, their linebacker.
I would love Shaq Thompson. I would love that.
Damn. What's their like tight end situation looking like?
Oh yeah, I would love to have JC Horn, but that ain't gonna happen. Let me see.
Oh my God, imagine JC Horn with Merrick, Hobbs. Jesus.
Look, they're gonna keep some of those young guys to build their future, man.
I think that okay, who's somebody that you honestly think could get parted with? You think? I think that it would probably be DJ Moore. He hasn't seen.
He's out of there. He's out of there.
He has not seen too hot.
Either him or Robbie Anderson, maybe even both. To be real,
Jackson. Oh, we were in the market for him until he re-signed.
Derek Brown is still only on his 3rd year, so there's still another year in that 5th year option as well. So Derek Brown is a name to look out for. Brian Burns is about to get paid. That's not going to happen. Let me see. Austin Corbett, no. Cameron Irving, he's 30 years old. See, a lot of these guys now, man, like CJ Henderson might be a name. I know he's 3rd year guy. And JC Horn, though, bro. Woo.
Well, he's coming off that injury, so I agree. I think that McCaffrey and probably DJ Moore be out of there.
Hey, your boy Matt Leonidas.
But nobody's trading for him.
No,
unless it's like a 2024-7.
I didn't know he was only 28. It seemed like he's been in the league forever, bro.
That's why I fucking wanted him since last offseason.
They got Terrence Marshall. He'll be there for the foreseeable future. He'll be a big part of their offense. No, Cade Mays is a rookie. They're not going to trade Cade. I would have loved to have Cade Mays. I'd loved him coming out of Tennessee. But no, I mean, it's really not. It's not this roster, man. There's a reason why they are 1-4 right now, bro. Like,
I think that they're going to keep a majority of those defensive guys. Like, I think that maybe one guy gets parted with on defense. I think that maybe one.
I can see Shaq Thompson, though. I would definitely love to have him at the linebacker room.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Dante Jackson.
That'd be nice.
What is their safeties?
They have
Chin and who else?
Xavier Woods. Let me see. They have Michael. Damn, no, that's a guard. His name is Michael Jordan, bro, playing in Carolina. That shit is a trip. Sam Franklin Jr. Nobody. Sean Chandler, Justin Burris. No, there's no one really here in the safety room. Yeah. Jeremy Chin's not even on his roster, bro.
What?
Yeah, he's not even here.
He must be on IR then.
Yeah, he's not even over here.
Yeah, I mean,
my boy Chuba Hubbard, but he ain't going anywhere. We don't need.
Definitely got to give Carolina a few calls to see what the price is for certain. Because let's be honest, I mean, getting Derek Brown would solve a lot of issues, bro. Like,
no, definitely.
You wouldn't have to go into the draft like,
he's on IR. He's on IR. Yeah, definitely.
So it's like you wouldn't have to go into the draft being like, okay, we have to hit on the defensive tackle because there isn't many good DTs in free agency this year that are like going to be moving forward. But
let's trade for Corey Littleton, you guys. Let's go get some linebacker help. Let's go get the best cover linebacker in the league and go get Corey high stakes Littleton.
Yeah, I think it'd be Derek Brown. That's just the smartest move.
Yeah. Look, we need a defensive tackle. We don't know who these young guys are yet. We'll see what Neil Farrell is today. I like that, bro. Like I actually, funny. I forgot about Neil Farrell when I seen that Hank was out. I'm like, what the fuck are we gonna do? Not realizing that Neil Farrell wasn't on that list anymore. So I'm excited about that, bro. I am.
Hey,
let's go.
We're gonna see in 15 minutes, y'all.
Let me.
That being said, I'm gonna let this man go set up what he needs to set up on his end, and we're gonna be on his channel for the entire game, unless we're fucking losing by 50 by halftime.
Me and Andy, we'll probably already have punched a million walls at that point, and we'll just leave, to be honest.
But yes, we'll be on his channel, y'all. Y'all already know where to tune in. I appreciate y'all for rocking with us for an hour.
Little bro, as always, man, appreciate you for having me on, bro. For real.
Yes, sir. We'll see y'all in a minute, man. Peace.
Welcome to the Death Star.